let's transition this into our next topic. If you take a look down below, everyone, you're going to notice something. It says goals hit 72 out of 80. Now, wait a minute. Yesterday, I only streamed one stream because I did that private react at night. And if you were here for the end of yesterday's Stalker 2 stream, you would have noticed we were at $115, and then we did DSP Tries It, and then the stream ended. So what happened? Well, as the stream ended, I'm not going to lie, I had to use the bathroom right away after eating that sandwich. I don't know if it was that pepper relish or whatever, but I had to run to the bathroom, so I did. So I used the bathroom, and then as I came back and I was about to film the daily wrap, there was an email in my inbox. I had received a $35 anonymous tip. Not even a name attached or a message. It was just a $35 anonymous tip. And I was like, well then, awesome. That's great, and we'll count it towards the goal. We hit 72 out of 80. Now, the funny part about it was I went ahead and I recorded the daily wrap, and I explained, hey, this is why we're counting it towards the goals or whatever. This is awesome. These morons out there are actually saying that I made it up. Oh, the tip wasn't real. Okay, now listen to me. I really, at this point, they are so desperate to say that something that I said is a lie, even though no one fucking cares anyway. But they're so desperate to say that something I said is a lie, they don't even make logical sense with their claims anymore, all right? I want you to think about this. I don't have a streak anymore. There's no streak, okay? It doesn't matter if I hit that goal yesterday or not. It's the same to me. It's not like, oh, the momentum is over. The momentum still continues, because if you don't hit a goal one day, you could still hit the goal the next day. There's no streak. So there's literally no incentive whatsoever for me to lie about getting a contribution. It doesn't benefit me at all. It's not like, oh, the momentum of the streak continues and more people want to contribute. It doesn't do that. There's no streak. So why would I lie? It literally makes no sense at all. In fact, wouldn't I lie the opposite way and say we didn't hit it, so that way I don't have to give you a reward as quickly as possible? Because that's how it works now. When we hit these goal milestones, I have to give you a reward every 10, and then every 50, we're doing a big event. Remember, at 100, when we hit 100 goals hit, you guys are going to pick a game for viewer's choice. And I'm going to do a marathon day where we play that game all day long, and we determine if it's good enough to become a full playthrough, which it very well might be. Okay? And there's going to be food and booze and a celebration style that day, just like I do with my other marathons. So why would I lie and have to give that to you earlier? What? None of this makes any sense. But then again, nothing they ever said made sense. They're fucking morons. They're mouth droolers. They're slow. That's what they do. They literally, anything to say Phil did something wrong. But what you're saying has no actual merit, because it would actually hurt me to lie about making more income. Don't you get it? So anyway, I'm the way I treat it, hey, I'm happy. Listen, I more obviously, it's a community feeling, right? So if we hit it earlier or whatever, that's great, right? For you guys, you get the reward earlier. And so we did hit it yesterday. We did hit 72. And I hope that you guys are excited for the next reward. So yesterday we did the DSP Tries It on the spicy chicken Italian sandwich from Jersey Mike's, which was good, but definitely should have been better in my opinion. So this person says, I want to say thank you for your streams. You helped me get through hard days at work. Seriously, Phil, thank you. Do you have tips on dealing with trolls? I'm having a hard time on X dealing with them right now. On X, it's kind of weird. Like, for me, I opened up all my replies and everything on X. I had it set that no one could reply to my posts for 2 years. And then I was like, I'll just open it up again. I don't really give a shit. And I'm well aware that, again, a group of mentally stunted, obsessed weirdos responds to everything I post on X negatively. And if you just read the comments in response to any of my tweets, you can laugh your ass off at seeing some of the most mentally deficient people on the planet try to get attention for themselves. I don't read my responses at all. I ignore them. There's actually a way on X to basically, I don't know what it is or what it's called, But I think if X notices that you're getting a ton of bombardment with negativity, you could turn on this mode where you don't see all the responses and everyone. Because I stopped banning people and everything, like blocking them on X a long time ago. I just don't see the responses anymore. I don't. I just use X for business purposes. Like I post up my schedule. I post up when I make a new highlight video and stuff like that. And if there's maybe something like, oh, schedule change or whatever. But that's really what I use X for. I don't really use X for much else. So I actually have no idea. You know, what it is that I have enabled, but there's some mode on X enabled that I just don't see the bad responses. So they don't affect me because I don't care about them, you know, but I don't know what mode that is. I'm not sure how to do it. It just seemed to be something that, it popped up one day and was like, hey, do you want to enable this mode? And I was like, yeah. And then it stopped it. But outside of that, just don't pay attention to morons. I don't. You know, you're gonna have a bunch of idiots on X, just fucking ignore them. You know, they're never gonna go away, especially for me, because, you know, these people have become so obsessed with the idea of a negative meme about Darkside Phil that's not real. You know, all the shit that they talk about and they make up is just so dumb. It's just insanely stupid, over the top nonsense. So, you know, there's no point to even giving it any attention. You know, like who cares what someone on the internet says about you? Fuck them. They're insignificant, right? Again, a fart in the wind. You know, don't let it bother you. You know, the thing is with someone like me, I have an internet presence. That's my job, and that's my, you know, what I need to rely on, you know, in order to have any kind of following. So it sucks when you have these morons who are always around being negative, but I don't let it bother me, you know? So, yeah, don't let it bother you. Just ignore the morons. There's always going to be someone trying to bring you down because they're jealous. It's that simple. Marina X, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so confused. Hold on. Marina X said, hold on. This person is actually, so Marina X is on a hike. He says, how about for a reward, an IRL vertical stream, like going on a hike or sobering and answering questions on a specific topic? You mean like IRL content? Now, see, here's the thing, and sadly, Marina X, you probably, maybe not aware of this. I have these actual crazy people on the internet who do everything they can to try to like mess with my life. Even though I don't really talk about it much, you guys aren't aware of it, but they do. They do all these stupid things behind the scenes. And if I were to try to do anything in person, they would try to find out where I am, what I'm doing, and fuck with it in some way. Okay? If I were to go hiking, they'd probably try to show up and film me and fuck with me. If I said I'm going to go somewhere, they'd probably like fucking swat the place. You know, that's how fucked up these people are. So I've said over and over the years, my work is going to be based on what I do in this room. I'm not saying that might not change in the future, but for safety purposes, to make it that people can't mess with the situation, everything that I do is in this office, right? And listen, I just invested a ton of my time and money in this office and this setup. I don't want to do IRL content, okay? Maybe that'll change long term, but as of now, I think it's the safest and best thing to do is to not be tempting these idiots to do something stupid, okay? There's 5 endings for Dino Crisis? Oh, that's interesting. 5 completely different endings? Wow. Neat.